AskReddit by page S. Don't fly. What's the most attractive thing your partner has said to you while having sex? Had a FWB, didn't turn into more because a relationship wasn't right at the moment, but oh my god, the way this guy would worship my body made me melt. I'm overweight and didn't have the best confidence, but he made me feel like a goddess. My favorite one though, he told me to look up and said fuck your eyes are gonna make me come. I would have married him that night. Him telling me he was going to ruin me for anyone else. Spoiler alert, he did. Also, any comment about how I'm doing in bed? Praise Kink has entered the chat. Also, this thread has turned me into a blushing mess, my god lol. Accidentally popped out during and she moaned give it back with pure desperation in her voice. She eyed. We were in a position that was less than comfortable for him but felt amazing for me. I kept telling him we could stop or change positions. Pretty soon he grabbed me hard and said, "We're not done," and kept going so hard I couldn't speak anymore. That was pretty hot. What position was this? Probably sounds soppy as shit coming from a man, but she looked me dead in the eyes and said I love you, and I've never felt a connection like it in my life. This was also the first time in the relationship either of us said it. It's wholesome coming from anyone. I don't think gender matters. Men need to be loved and appreciated the same way women do. I'm glad she was able to make that connection with you and make you feel loved. Please, in the manner of wanting more. Edit. Wowie, my most upvoted comment ever. D. Fucking insane how something so simple with just that right tone is just madness. She said Mirai mean tress me follows what translate to something like look at me while you fuck me. Damn see hot. I asked a former lover to talk dirty to me in Spanish. He said your pussy is mine. That motherfucker is still living rent free in my loins. He made little involuntary moans that were just the cutest thing. I had to explain this to my husband, and that being completely without sound was not helpful, in fact the opposite. He's a moaner now equals yay to building that self-confidence. I'm conflicted between you're such a magician and fill me up please. And ultimately, in the good mood, a traditional MMMMH I love you whispered in the ear always got me. My husband likes to go down on me and fuck that man knows what he's doing, but occasionally I'll squirm and he will gentle put me back in my position and tell me he's not done with me yet, and then when I get back into position he will say that's my girl. That shit gets me every time. That's my girl sir, prepare to be drowned. From NZ once was with a girl from the king country, she turns around says just chuck it in bro. Reminds me of a mate who said the girl just jumped on the bed, threw her legs asunder and said, go on, get stuck in mate, with his very aggressive football supporter kind of voice. My name in a shaky tone as I ate her pussy, mixed with a flailing of her hips. My jaw was sore for 2 days but never prouder. Mummy it never sounded so good. I think you mean uni xllllvvllll. You are definitely doing that again. The first time he ever saw me naked. After years of abuse and swearing off men for around nearly a decade, his love and gentle giantness wore down my defenses. This is a lit one. Deleted. This is the best one I've read so far. This should making me realize I've not been with a whole lot of pleasant lovers. Do they speak English in what? I did a Kegel, I think they're called, whilst he was inside me and it made him come almost instantly. He went Jesus Christ, how the fuck did you do that? Quite the ego boost. Edited for accessibility. Lol. I coughed once and I'm pretty sure he rocketed to the moon. You look so beautiful. I'm a man. My partner is a woman. That moment was everything. That's wholesome as fuck. I always call my partner beautiful. He's also a man. You'll need to be loved and complimented too. Deleted. Fuck bro, that hit, I'm blushing now. My husband was eating me out and I was enjoying it for a while and I said sorry, I'm being greedy. It just feels good, and he stops, looks at me, said no, I'm being greedy, and went right back to it. This is kind of mine. After a marathon session of him doing things to me as I was recovering and he was going in for another round, I tried to stop him by saying no wait, I want it to be your turn. He slid up for a second, looked at me, and whispered the secret is that it has been my turn this whole time, and went back down, flipping me on my back saying he wanted to look at my pretty face. One of the funniest conversations I had with my last girlfriend was about this. She really liked doggy and it wasn't my favorite, and she asked me why. I was embarrassed and mumbled something under my breath, until I finally admitted that I liked looking at her face because she was beautiful and I was in love with her, and seeing her reaction during sex was so hot. Followed by her riding me for what felt like an hour and the best orgasm of my life. The first time my now wife saw my erect penis, she exclaimed, "Wow. Excellent, it's only average size." I had a GF in my early 20s, when I wasn't super conf with my size. Who said I've seen bigger? I've seen smaller, and yours is perfect, and I've never fretted about it since. BTW, I took care of the final payment for the mortgage. I had never come so fucking hard. Come inside me always gets me. It used to get me too. Now guess how much Paw Patrol I get to watch. Call me yours. Like shit, dude, you trying to make my heart skip a beat or what? My girlfriend says I'm yours and I'm like, whoa, do you want this to last 3 seconds or 15 seconds, because you talking like that is gonna easily take 12 seconds out. You're so beautiful, your pussy is beautiful. I'd never been told that during sex until this past year. I almost cried. It's so hard to describe how good it feels to be told you're beautiful in every way. Everyone in this thread. Write that down. Write that down. Right. It's not so much the words, but the happy noises. Give me a vocal man. Gasps forever. When we were switching positions once, I briefly pulled out to move and she instantly got very pushy to hurry and get me back inside. She made a few anxious noises and then grabbed me and pulled me back inside her while saying I need it. This all happened in like 2 seconds and I was done shortly after that, lol. I confessed to my partner that it had been a long while since I'd given a blowjob. That I knew I wasn't very good at them. A few minutes in, I saw his head go back just a bit, heard his breath catch, and he moaned several times. He told me I was wrong and that I was very good at it, but it was his voice. It had gotten thicker and he was clearly enjoying himself. It made me shudder. I never forgot it though, because he also told me to look at him. That command to look at him combined with being on my knees, the sounds he was making, it almost made me lose it right then.